Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. There are some Pokemon that are pretty cool, but you usually find them too far into the run and end up never using them. Shuppet is a great example. Once you can find it, your team is usually mid-high 30 and you don't really want to invest in a rather weak first form Pokemon. So, for this challenge, we'll see if Shuppet is able to get through all the gyms by itself. The rules are more or less the same of any standard challenge, but there are few notable peculiarities. I'll put the rules set on screen for a few seconds. Pause the video if you're interested, or just check the description below. There is nothing left to say, so without further ado, say hi to Roxanne. Nosepass normally attacks with Tackle until it sees a kill with Rock Tomb. Of course, I'm immune to normal moves, so I wasn't sure of the AI behavior. Lucky for me, if Nosepass can't hit me with Tackle first, she seems to not attack at all. The only relevant part of this fight is that, thanks to Thief, I'm easily able to steal Makuhita's Citrus Berry, giving me access to a really strong held item for the first game section. This is probably the first time I actually use the TM for Torment. For those that, much like me, will need to look it up on Bulbapedia, Torment doesn't allow the opponent to use the same move twice in a row. Manectric can only hit me with Shockwave, so once it uses Thunder Wave, he will only attack me every other turn. Paralysis makes the rest of the battle scary, but thanks to Thief and Confusion, I'm able to get out of this fight in one piece. Flannery's team is so weak to water that any Pokémon with a water-type hidden power is usually enough. This time, I think Shuppet's moveset allows for some more unique strategy. It won't be as reliable and straightforward, but it's certainly more interesting. Much like Camerupt, Torkoal can only hit me with Overheat. First, I steal the White Herb with Thief, so she won't be able to recover from the stat drop. I think Bloody Bee can tank another Overheat, but it doesn't even matter because Spy drains the 4 remaining Overheat PP. At this point, it's just a matter of time until I win the fight. It might not be consistent, but it's a legit Spy strategy. Once Spindle goes down, the only move that can hit me is Feint Attack. Vigoroth will always use it, so I can safely mimic it even if I'm slower. Once I've done that, I use Imprison. In case you don't know, once Imprison is used, the opponent cannot select any move known by the user, and this means no more Feint Attack. And without it, Norman has no way of damaging me, so it's a guaranteed win. Even if it only has 70% accuracy, it's worth bringing Thunder in this fight, for a number of reasons. First of all, it's able to one-shot Skarmory. It missed the first time, but the chances of missing 2 times in a row are pretty slim, and there's no such a thing as a jinx. At least, she's wasting turns with Sand Attack. Third time is the charm and now Altaria comes out, the main reason why I had to bring this move. Thunder guarantees a 3-hit KO without triggering a potion, and has a decent chance to inflict paralysis. She tends to set up Dragon Dances until it sees a kill, and in this case she needs 2, so worst case scenario, I can afford missing it once. Since Tate and Liza force the player in a double battle and there's no point of losing a challenge simply because outnumbered, I allow myself to use 2 Pokémon for this fight. With that said, Shuppet doesn't need it. You can tell by the moveset that this fight is gonna be interesting. Xatu is fast and he sees a kill on Magikarp, so that's always gonna be his target. Then Claydon lands a strong Earthquake, but Nick one-shots Xatu with Shadow Ball and heals quite a bit thanks to the Shell Bell. Lunaton comes out, and both it and Claydon see a kill with Psychic. Thanks to my level up I'm now faster, and I'm able to use Imprison to seal Psychic. Lunaton doesn't have any other damaging move, and Claydon will now go back to use Earthquake, so I use Skill Swap on Lunaton with outstanding results. Claydon still has ways of damaging me, so it's time to take care of it with Shadow Ball. Lunaton misses Hypnosis, and to be honest, that could have lost me the fight. To avoid being put to sleep, I use Skill Swap again to reobtain my original ability, Insomnia. Claydon won't have time to hit another Earthquake anyway. Now that Lunaton is completely useless, I have to deal with Solrock, but it cannot use Psychic either, and only sees a kill with Solar Beam. Not gonna happen. 2 Shadow Balls take it down, and now the fight is pretty much over. Now that I have access to Carmine, it should be no surprise that one is a pushover. I got a bit greedy and should have probably ever kept my Shell Bell, but I think it's clear that with such a strong setup move I really can't go wrong. With 8 badges in the bag, Shuppet proved to be a surprisingly good Pokémon. It didn't resort to Double Team once, and never had to abuse hidden power either. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, you should stick around to see how other Pokémon handled this challenge. Or, if you only care about Shuppet, you'll want to see how it deals with the Elite Four. I'm sure that will be interesting. For now, back to theory crafting.